showtime!
They have a lot of parks all on this cliffside, and they're doing construction for more. This area of Lima is really attractive, really beautiful, and it's really quiet. It's not overrun with people. And right across there's Barranco on that side, and I'm going to stay in Barranco starting next week. So I'll get a taste of both neighborhoods. Man, I really like Lima. I think it's a great option. I think for those people who are, it could have some of that feel of Colombia. Of course, not necessarily with the women, but that type of South American country with accoutrements, with style, with design, modernization. Man, I really like Lima, especially if I get me a little girlfriend here or something. Lima would be, I think, much better. Went on a date last night. Nice girl, speaks good English. There's not a lot of that 304 thing going on here. The women, they're like, listen, let's meet on the weekend. I gotta work, which is actually, it's excellent. It's good to not everyone you're meeting on Tinder or Bumble is actually there, on some pay for play. It's great that, you can meet some actual genuine women if they're interested, of course, if they're interested. Maybe I'll come back and try to explore the areas where they tell me there are, Peruvian, Peruana, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'll come back and try to discover that, but health-wise, to walk and be close to the water and be on a cliffside, it's nice, man. And here's another, park that they built. You could walk down, probably down to the water, probably a crossway. And they're still building. There's still a lot to be done, especially once you drive outside the city. You can see there's room for a lot of growth. And this is a beautiful city, man. Medellin has its issues, and Colombia in general has their issues with, the danger, the drugging, and all this type of stuff. I know they say parts of Lima are dangerous, but, when you're from the urban landscape of America, something can still happen to you, but you're always on guard. You're never just oblivious to your surroundings. You're always, on guard if you from the urban communities in America. I would think, you get a sixth sense of, this is not a good neighborhood. This is a sticky situation. Some people are following me, you know what I mean? Those guys over there on that side of the street look a little, sketchy. So that's probably part of the reason why also I know I've gotten out of places at the right time, just like the other day I was in Zapita, I got out of there at the right time, You kind of got a sixth sense of, that it's about to go down, sixth sense, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's international, so I'm just walking, I'm really enjoying Lima. And once I go to Cusco, I'll come back. I'm gonna be here for another week, and I think it's a really nice option in Latin America. It's a really nice option, man. And they are here working. There are always people doing the gardening, making sure these plants and things are getting watered here. That's all I see. The people are working. And I would definitely like to interview some more females or people here in general to get a sense of how they feel about, living here, being born here, working here, surviving here in Peru. Because Peru is not one of the countries you see a lot of, it's not a lot of information on Peru. And I kind of had this this thing in my head where I didn't have any idea what really to expect here in Peru. There are not a lot of great videos on Peru. You know, like I wasn't able to do a bunch of really good detailed investigation when I was trying to, you could find the tourist attractions, you could find some restaurants, but I didn't find a lot of like meat and potatoes on Peru, So here I am. I'm going to try and go over to the water side. If there's a bridge or somewhere to cross over. Look at this lush greenery, steps up. I like it here. And I'm not bothered at all. No one is bothering me. No one is treating me funny. People seem to be friendly. Every restaurant I've gone to, there's someone who speaks English, if not multiple people who speak English. I know I struggle with Spanish, but I've been able to get around and get things done here. Like I said, here, Argentina, Chile, much more Spanish-speaking people, in my opinion. And I don't know if that's due to better education here. I don't know if that has something to do with it. The education system are better in these other countries than Colombia. I don't know. But okay, let me get my walk on. I'll be back if I get over to the other side. I don't know what to expect here. I just came walking down here, and they're doing a lot of construction. I could only assume that, and I know there are other areas where the beaches are nice in Peru from the research that I've done. Like I have a list of the beaches, the best beaches. But wow, what a difference on a clear, sunny day it looks on the vibe. So just imagine in the summertime. It must be really beautiful here in the summertime. Must really be beautiful here in the summertime, I'm definitely interested in learning more about Peru, Lima in particular. I think Machu Picchu is something that Machu Picchu is probably something you could do once or twice. So here's a little makeshift beach. Look at that. Definitely utilizing their space is great. Why I think Peru is a better option than Colombia for expats. Americans, let's talk about Americans. I can't speak for everybody else. Americans, you don't need a visa to enter Peru. And you can stay for 180 days, which is double what you can stay in Colombia per calendar year. You don't need to do a check mig for migration. They just put my information in the computer and let me go through. They didn't even stamp my passport. Comparable to the weather, it does have 2 seasons at least. The wintertime, I guess they have 4 seasons, but it's not like a 4 seasons in like New York. Winter, spring, summer, fall, not really. And the cold, it probably can go down to about 55 degrees. It's the coldest. But then let's compare. I think Lima can embody what Bogota, Medellin, and Cartagena can embody. Biggest problem most people have with Medellin, they love the weather, they love the city, the layout, but it's no beach. So they always find themselves going to Cartagena when they want to get in the water. Cartagena sometimes is too hot. Also, they don't really have a nice beach. Not that the beaches in Lima is that much better as far as Lima, Peru, but the surrounding cities have really nice beaches, and they do have decent beaches. Comparable to Cartagena, I would say a better looking beach than Cartagena. A lot of surfing goes on there. Then you have great weather, although you do have the wintertime. You have a well built out city. The food is better. I went on 3 dates, and if I stayed longer, I had 2 additional dates. One worked for the government, one was a doctor, one was a manager for like a housing management, one was in school for architecture, and one was an English teacher. So it seems like a large majority of the women you will come in contact with have jobs. The poverty index or unemployment is better in Peru. All of these women spoke English or some English. They all were familiar with English, and some spoke English very well and had a full understanding for the most part. Also makes it better and easier for you to go an expat. It's safer. There's no scopolamine. There's no robberies. There's no targeting of tourists walking around in the capital city. No one is targeting you. There's not a lot of soliciting and targeting of tourists. Maybe at the airport, they try to hustle you. But that's all I experienced. I would say Peru, Lima, has, and compare, if you want to compare the capital cities, Bogota, they have more tourist attractions as well. The city is beautiful, well built out, developed, high rises, looking over the water. So it's a combination of what you could get in Cartagena, as far as high rises, looking at the water, looking at the ocean, looking at the sea, more of it. And then the city is, one side is like built over a cliff. So you not only can see the water, but you can look down and see far into the sea, which provides you a much better view. Even if you're not on the 20th floor, you're already on a cliffside. So it appears that you are, even when you're standing on the cliffside looking down at the sea, at the ocean, it's just an amazing view. More biodiversity in Peru. Peru, all over the cliffside, up and down, there are parks, greenery, parks, greenery. They're very serious about taking care of that. Pristine parks, places for the kids to play, skateboard parks, you name it. I just found it to be more friendly people, or people who stuck to themselves, safer, didn't have to worry about, and when you use the social media, the dating apps, more real people that actually are willing to meet you, and not everybody disguising themselves as wanting to date when they're just really trying to make money as a call girl. Not to say that there's none of that, but there's very little in comparison. The prices that I paid for Airbnbs was around $31, $32 a night, which is what it was in Colombia, like Medellin, maybe 5 years ago. It's double that for sure in Cartagena. And, I wasn't there for a long time, but I could see right away how I enjoyed it better. Okay, you don't have the multitude of pretty women like Colombia is known for, but there are very attractive women there as well. And, what is your trade-off? And a lot of the women that you're going to come across in Colombia, a lot of women you're going to come across are just have the handout. Really, they really do, because of the economy or whatever other reasons you want to say. Even on average, taxi drivers spoke English. There's always a few people in a restaurant that spoke English. Any store I went into to buy a clothing store or something, there are a lot of English-speaking people in Lima, Peru. Far more than what I experienced in Colombia in general. Even when I went to Cusco, the ladies there just, taking pictures with llamas and whatever spoke English. It's a lot of English spoken. For those who have that challenge, who don't know the language, at least you're in a city where on average you're going to run into people who speak English. whereas in Colombia, it's a way more scarce to run into someone who speaks English. I just think, from my experience, if you're looking to expat to South America, I would definitely choose Lima, Peru over Medellin, Bogota, or Cartagena. And I found that to be, as far as English speaking and just in general seeing more intelligent people, I found that in Chile and Argentina, just in general. So that's my point of view. That's my opinion. I'm not asking for your opinions. And if you haven't been to both places, just don't bother. Don't bother even mentioning anything because, you have zero experience. And I did look up the facts. The indexes, population, it's like 52 million in Colombia, 31 in Peru. They're similar in some of those instances where one may outbeat the other. But I'm saying also you can expat to Peru easier. You can stay longer, right? A lot of people got to get out of Colombia after 6 months. I know friends who wanted to stay, they had to leave in a calendar year. And then also you can get a retirement visa. You just got to show that you make $10,000 to $12,000 a year, show proof. And then after 3 years, you can actually become a citizen. So, your way to citizenship or a visa to stay, your options are better there. You don't need to take a test in Spanish or any of those things. It's easier than in Colombia. So this is for serious people who want to expat to South America, not people who are traveling just for the girls. Of course, if you're just traveling for girls, then Colombia is your best bet. But if you want a girlfriend, like people say, like the passport bros say, that they're looking for feminine fit women or whatever, and they're looking for a girlfriend. They're not looking just to have sex with women. I think I saw right away that the options were much better in Peru and were much better as far as quality, integrity of the women. And I just scratched the surface. And I know what the quality and everything of the women in Colombia are. I mean, it's real hard to find a woman who people say, oh, listen, everybody's going to meet women on these dating apps. People are not just speaking to strangers in the street. It's just not the common way, not the way things are done today. And you could meet way more people that you would never meet by using a dating app. So, you don't have the fear, the fear mongering that goes on with using a dating app in Colombia and Peru. I would just say, if you're serious about it, Peru, man, Peru. Lima over Bogota, Medellin, and Cartagena put together. One. Okay, now I made a video of this here from the drone, and I'm glad I got a chance to actually come out here and get a close-up to see what this is. It looks like a restaurant, a small bridge, boardwalk. Interested in seeing what it is. I'm just curious. If I don't know. Oh yeah, so you got some surfers over here. So it is a restaurant. Like I thought it was a restaurant. Where's that sun at? Okay, so yes, it's a restaurant. It's supposed to be a popular restaurant, so you need to make reservations. La Rosa Nautica. La Rosa. So maybe I'll come back here one day. I'll check it out, but it looks interesting. It looks interesting. It looks interesting. It looks interesting. Yeah. And now there's more surfers here. I'm liking Lima, you know. All right, let's go. I got the chance to get a close up, to get an idea what it's all about. It is a restaurant, like I thought. See the skydiving now? Not skydiving. Look at that. There's a lot of surfers over here. They got tents up and everything. All right. Surfing is big here. Highway right here, right? They even got bathrooms here. I hate these types of bathrooms though.
Ayer allá, y cuando viene la ola, hago así, para mí,
How much surfing do you have to do to feel like you had enough in the course of the day? Okay, we have a surf school here. Hey, well, these tents are all surfing school. No. Never, nunca.
Bro, would you like?
Never.
Hey, my friend.
What's up, brother?
My family.
Yes, how you doing, brother?
Yeah.
Good? Todo bien?
The surfing.
Yeah.
You wanna surfing tomorrow?
I never did it before.
Yeah. It's shallow, man. It's good.
It's good?
Teach
Maybe.
your personality.
What's your name?
Wait a moment, please. My name is Kay. Yeah. My friend.
Okay.
Anniversary.
The card? How are you?
How are you? Information.
I'm the owner.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Daniel.
Maybe tomorrow.
We
surfing.
do flights too.
Okay.
We're going on surf.
Okay.
We do flights too.
Thank you.
I'll show you. Come here. We're going on surf.
Yes.
Yeah. Where are you
Maybe
from?
one day. New York.
New York.
New York
Welcome,
City.
man. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, brother.
Have a nice day.
You too.
See you.
All right. Take care. Yeah, it's cool. People are really on the beach today, huh? They're enjoying this weather. I wonder how cold the water is, though. There's a drop right there, I see. It's not bad, honestly. It's not bad. Looks a little better than Cartagena Beach, that's for sure. Not bad at all. Okay. Let me get out of here. It's been a good day of walking. It's been a good day's walk. So this is where you come if you want to take lessons. Right across the bridge. Cool. People are coming too. This is a hotel, restaurant. Nice. Can't complain about anything. It's all good. Excuse me. Ah. Okay, headed home. Another lovely day in Lima, Peru. Got about 2 more days before I head to Machu Picchu, Cusco. Then I'll be back. So I've walked over this bridge, and I don't know what it's like to walk underneath it and back up to the top. Subscribe, snitches.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?